What is going on, Hive Warriors? So we have a new study talking about which is the best bread for weight loss. And spoiler alert, believe it or not, it isn't wheat bread. Let's go ahead and break it down in this video. Stay tuned. All right, so we're gonna quickly jump right into it. You guys wanna know what's the best, if you're eating bread, if that's the thing that you wanna do, you wanna know what the best bread is to eat, what gives you the most micronutrients, what makes you feel the most satisfied, what helps the most with fat loss, what carries the most fiber. Interestingly enough, although wheat bread is always deemed as the protagonist of the story to save you from all of the white breads and all the other breads out there that are just calorie dense, but not so much in terms of the actual nutrients that you get. Believe it or not, wheat bread is good, is decent for, fiber and stuff like that, but it isn't the best. There's a bread that actually carries more fiber than wheat bread, actually carries more minerals inside of it than wheat bread. And when tested in the largest controlled design, randomized controlled design for determining what's best, either wheat bread or this bread that I'm about to mention, this bread won, flat out won in all of the departments. And what bread is that? It is whole grain rye bread. Now, the study was released in the Clinical Nutrition Journal in October of 2021 by Swedish researchers headed by Kia Nor Iverson and colleagues. So their aim of the study was to determine if high quality rye products beat out high quality wheat products. And it has already been established that rye per slice of bread carries more fiber than whole grain wheat, and even more minerals. So on the health department, it's healthier. But the satiety of eating rye bread has been shown to hold you down for a good 8 hours. That's just the rye bread itself. You'll feel satiety, satiated, feel basically satisfied with the food that you ate. Just with the rye bread alone can hold you over for about 8 hours because of the fiber content that you get. Remember, if you eat things with fiber, like popcorn, for example, you're going to be able to, it's going to feel satisfying, but also be low in calories, that's what you want. You don't want to eat a bunch of calories to try to feel that feeling of satisfaction, because that's what's increasing your body fat. You want to eat low calorie, but have the meal have a high satiety rate, like rye bread. So what they saw was the cardiometabolic risks and appetite, all of that stayed the same. It stayed the same. But when breaking this group up and given the same exact amount of calories in terms of wheat bread and rye bread, after 12 weeks, and this was a study of over 242 males, the rye group had lost collectively 1.08 kilograms on average and 0.54% more body fat on average than the wheat group, than the whole grain wheat group. So please take out of your mind the notion that wheat bread is the protagonist of this story. If you're going to go bread, the only bread you should go for is whole grain wheat. No, if you really want to go for the top honcho in health, in satiety, in fiber, in nutrients. Rye bread also contains nutrients like selenium and thiamine, copper, vitamin B6, iron. All of that comes from rye bread. So I think it's funny that whatever gets commercialized always, wins out. The marketing is king. But when put under a microscope, when put under scientific studies, if you're eating bread and you want to eat bread and you're trying to look for the best possible bread to eat, I would suggest you start looking at whole grain rye bread because it beats wheat bread in absolutely every single category nutritionally. And then when put under a test with the largest study of this kind, the proof is in the pudding in terms of what was observed with the fat loss, not just the weight loss, but the fat loss as well. The fat loss was higher in the groups that were eating the whole grain rye bread. So hopefully this video has helped you guys and given you an idea of the differences between wheat bread and rye bread, and why, even though marketing and commercially wheat bread is the king of the hill, really the sleeper, who's the real king, is whole grain rye bread. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Patreons will be pinned down in the comment section below. Peace.